the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown 49ers. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Now Jackson. And Brake. And right away he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Inside the 20. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Trying to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. And Lance now to throw. Caught on the slant. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Lance on the keeper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gould with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. Jackson's throw complete here, pulled in by Brake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of
momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, that's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's Jackson to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Jackson's going to keep it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now. This offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here we go. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready, set.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Niners 21, Buccaneers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Jackson will keep it.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will.
Quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 45 yards. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
The Lance going to throw.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Player, they've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right, and he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Second and 5.
No, we changed it.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
13. Hey, report.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. John Ross as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake. Lance going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be rimmed out of bounds down inside the 25. A big connection on that one. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. In the ballot, second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing is Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mitchell again. And he will. For a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31. Buccaneers, 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. Complete right side to Otten. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And some room to maneuver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lance. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are back within a score.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Ross on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. Fourth quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. We'll call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense. Here we go. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to swell the lead to 6.
The kick by Gould is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, middle.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Hey, report.
Jackson, options out left. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Jackson. He's got Otten. And he's
down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Lance back to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Lance looking to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.